Welcome back into Good Day Tulsa, 9:26 on this Tuesday morning. Thanks for joining us. Hey, if you've got a legal problem, can you fix it yourself without a lawyer? And if you decide to hire an attorney, how do you find the right one? I think a lot of us ask those questions. Grant Brown, an attorney here in the Tulsa area, has some great advice that might make a tough situation just a little bit easier. Grant, it's great to have you in.
Good morning, thanks.
You have your own law firm. Let's talk a little bit about that firm.
We're a small-sized firm on the west side of Tulsa. And we service the majority of the Tulsa area and the surrounding counties around Tulsa. And we kind of do a little bit of everything.
Yeah, which is great.
We do estate planning. We do a lot of domestic work. We do bankruptcy, criminal actions, pretty much everything. We're a general service firm. So.
I'm looking at some great video here. You're working in your office, and the nice thing, you're so accessible. It seems like you really open to people calling, and you will return calls. But I also want to get into what can we do as far as trying to figure out if we need an attorney?
Well, one of the major things that you can do is kind of look at what the problem is that you're having, what the situation is that's going on, look at the different issues that are involved. What are the consequences if you don't hire an attorney, and make sure that the problems are handled correctly. And of course, if you do hire an attorney, which one do you hire? How does that all, and it can be a bit overwhelming at times.
It really can. And you were talking to me before the show and had some great advice on things that if we're going to go interview an attorney, say, okay, are you going to be the right guy or girl for me? You had said one of the big key issues is callbacks. And that's so true, it seems like, getting people to call you back.
That is, it won't probably come as a surprise to most people, but one of the major concerns and the issues that are addressed with the Oklahoma Bar Association is the failure of attorneys to call back their clients, to communicate with them on a regular basis, keep them informed about their case. Our firm, we have a 24-hour callback policy. So if you call us, we call you back, we get back in touch with you. We don't let things linger on down the road, and we make sure that you're informed of your case and what's going on.
So don't be afraid to ask that person, hey, how often would you get in touch with me?
I think that's really important to ask an attorney who you're interviewing to hire to handle what could be one of the most dire problems that you have going on at that time. Is are they going to call me back? What's your callback policy?
Are you going to straight out?
Yeah, are you going to meet face to face with them? You know, those are basic things.
You also brought up another point about just how much time. That's a real indicator of, is this a good attorney? How much time are you willing to sit down and talk to me?
Yeah, I always advise people, be wary of the pay me now, I'll talk to you later philosophy that a lot of attorneys have. Our philosophy is that we want to be face to face with you. We want to talk to you about your problems, explain to you the legal issues that are involved. We want to talk to you about how we plan on addressing those issues, the strategy for taking care of those issues, those types of things that you only can do really if you're face to face and develop a relationship with a client. So.
And that's what it's about, isn't it? About relationships long term. So that, because you want to, if you get an attorney, it would be nice to know that person, and that way if anything comes up, there's that relationship, that trust, right?
Yeah, that's definitely true. We have numerous clients that we do multiple things for and have done so for quite a while, you know, anywhere from their divorce to estate planning later on to all sorts of issues that come up in people's lives. So.
Well, Grant, thank you. Great information.
Thank you.
Appreciate you coming in.
Thank you.
We're going to give you the information on Grant Brown and Associates in case you want to contact him. And as we mentioned, on the west side here, 4747 South Union. You can call him at 398-8307. You can also email Grant at grant@gwbrownlaw.com or go online to gwbrownlaw.com. Pretty easy to do.